What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, Division Rivals? This is Stephen Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. All right, guys, let's just jump right into today's topic. You guys have heard by now, right? Anthony Harris signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, this is a guy that last year I really wanted badly on the Philadelphia Eagles. He had a really good 2018 and a really good 2019 season, guys. 2018, he had like 3 interceptions. 2019, I think he had like 6, something like that, guys. It was something ridiculous. Like, he's definitely got some ball hawking skills if you put him in the right system to where he can really see what's going on, diagnose it, and jump the routes. He's got that ability to him. But I heard some interesting things about the Eagles. Like, there was definitely some reporting that came out following the signing where I heard that the Eagles might potentially consider using him more in a Malcolm Jenkins type role in Philadelphia, which is a little weird just because I don't know that Gannon's system is going to be one for one with the coverage systems we saw in East Schwartz. Undelin was really the guy that was using Malcolm Jenkins in said way as the secondary coach. But, I mean, it's interesting because I understand what they're saying. Basically, what they're proposing is that, we have a lot of free safeties on this football team, and one of these guys are going to have to play the box safety role, the strong safety role, and they feel like, when you look at Anthony Harris, this is a very good coverage guy. And I got to be honest with you. I had to go through and I broke it down just to kind of see where he fit and get an understanding where he was taking his snaps. And I'm going to give you a snap count, guys. So on the season, he had 265 snaps in the box. So he can play the box. Like there's no doubt about that. Among those 265 snaps, he spent 69 at left linebacker. Guys, it's kind of a rover role. And then he spent 40 snaps at the right linebacker, another rover type role. It's like a roving safety coming down into the box. That's 109 snaps on the season. They're not crazy for suggesting that, guys. He spent 10 as a true natural strong safety, so he doesn't have a ton of experience playing that. But when you look to too high safety looks, so when they went too high, cover 2, even I guess you could say that if they're looking at something like a cover 4, something like that, he had 80 snaps on the left side, and then he had 61 snaps as a strong safety on the right side. It's 141 snaps on the season. So, yeah, I mean, they're not crazy for suggesting that. Now, I will say that the part that kind of shocked me when I looked at it was how much he played the slot. He played in the slot 161 snaps, guys. That means he's got some versatility to his game. By far, though, guys, he took the most snaps at free safety, 588 on the season. So, the difference being is like, how do you want to use this guy? On one hand, he's shown the ability in the past to be a ball hawk. On the other hand, the belief seems to be that this guy can actually cover. And your strong safety is really the guy that's going to pick up a slot receiver. He's going to pick up a tight end. He's going to play that role more, while the free safety is kind of going to be that center fielder. He's playing the back half. He's making sure nothing gets beyond him, right? So on one hand, he's got the range. On the other hand, he's got the coverage abilities. But I think I think that's underselling what we have currently if healthy. If healthy is the key word here, guys. Rodney Mcleod can't be slept on either, guys. Rodney Mcleod played a lot. He took 189 snaps in the box as well, so he can play the box, okay? If you look at it, he took 58 as a left linebacker. He took 6 inside as a left linebacker, so coming down really into the box. 3 as a middle linebacker. You take a look at right linebacker, he took 55 snaps. So, they definitely love to use this guy as a rover. In addition to that, guys, he took 26 snaps as a strong safety. And then because the Eagles don't play a lot of too high safety, so when you see that strong safety left or right, it's because they're not playing a ton of too high safety looks. 16 on the left, 23 on the right. A little under 40 snaps, guys. Like 39 snaps, basically, from that kind of thing. But then look at the slot corner. 144 snaps in the slot. I mean, if you take a look at this, guys, like wide, split out as a wide corner, he took 6 snaps, 662 as a free safety. I think guys like Anthony Harris and I think guys like Rodney Mcleod can be used interchangeably, right? You can use them here or there. Like if you think Anthony Harris is just kind of on a streak and you want that guy roving back there as your center fielder, I think Rodney Mcleod has the abilities to line up on a tight end, to line up on, a slot receiver and stick them pretty well. Because I've seen Rodney Mcleod split out wide as a corner before. The Eagles were not shy to do that at times with Rodney Mcleod. He can cover. Now, my concern with Rodney Mcleod is the knees. We got to see if this guy's back fully healthy, because I thought he was having a pretty good season until he tore the knee up again. It's a little unfortunate because he's kind of getting up there in age, and you always have to wonder that. But if healthy, I like the combination of these two. Kavon Wallace. Kavon Wallace is a guy that, believe it or not, Kavon Wallace took more snaps as a free than he did as a strong. But Kavon Wallace can play the strong safety role as well. So you got a lot of these interchangeable guys, right? Kavon Wallace played in the box 61 snaps. Remember, he didn't play as much as other guys. So, you look at it, left linebacker, he played 38 snaps. Right linebacker, these are rovers, the roving role, 17 snaps, guys. Strong safety left or right, like we said, we didn't play a ton, so 5 snaps between those two, 4 on the left, 1 on the right. We didn't play, or vice versa, I think, from what I said there, guys. We didn't play a ton. We just didn't play a ton of 2-eye safety, guys. That's why. And we're going to probably play a lot more. Slot corner, 37. 37 snaps as a slot corner. You look at his free safety role, 84 snaps as a free safety. Like, he's another one of these guys. You look at Kavon Wallace, you look at Rodney Mcleod, you look at Anthony Harris. All 3 of these guys, they can be interchangeable, right? The only guy that I have concerns about is, like, I look at, like, Anthony Adams, who we just signed, or I'm sorry, Andrew Adams, who we just signed. Andrew Adams is more of a free safety, right? I mean, that's where he's primarily played his career, but we'll see. I mean, coaching staffs might see something in him that previous coaching staffs didn't see. But to be honest with you, Andrew Adams is kind of on a contract that would be easy to separate from, so he's not a lock to make the roster. But he's a guy with special teams experience. He's a guy with playing. He's got a lot more playing experience than a lot of the other guys, to be quite fair about this, right? I look at a guy like Grayland Arnold. Grayland Arnold can definitely play. He could definitely play this role too. I think Grayland Arnold can absolutely play free. I think he can play strong. I think he can play in the box, and I also think that he can play as a nickel. So I do think we have a lot of these versatile football pieces here in that safety position. I mean, it's going to be really curious to me, like, how many safeties do they keep, and do they look at guys like a Grayland Arnold? Do they look at guys like a Kavon Wallace, right, and say to themselves, like, these guys are kind of safeties, but they're also nickelbacks. Like, they can come in here and back up an Avonte Maddox. Like, we have versatility in the room. Now we already know we got one answer, on the outside in Darius Slay. If we can get that other answer on the opposite side at cornerback, we might start having something here, guys. It could get pretty interesting in the secondary. This might be one of the better secondaries that we've had in quite some time, right? Especially in the last, like, maybe 3 years or so. 2018 was a disaster with the injuries. 2019, was a lot of letdown. And then 2020 was just horrendous, guys. Let's just be real. So this could potentially shape up to be one of the best safety and just overall secondary rooms we've had in quite some time. Like, I'm excited, man. Like, this is a signing I didn't anticipate, because I just thought that Anthony Harris was probably going to get priced out of what the Eagles could afford. But I think LB said it pretty well in his video, which is, this is the appeal, or the impact, if you will, of a guy like Gannon. These are former Gannon guys that want to play for him. Like, we've heard the rumors, we've heard the mumblings from the front office and from members of the media staff that Gannon is a very likable guy. He's very charismatic, and that definitely former players love this guy. We're starting to see it pay off, guys. We're starting to see guys that really want to come in and play. And, hey, that's a good thing. I'm not going to knock this, because maybe we end up getting an Xavier Rhodes. You put an Xavier Rhodes in this secondary, I still think we got a draft, guys. But I'm just saying, for a year or two, now you got Anthony Harris, you got Rodney Mcleod, you got Darius Slay, you got an Xavier Rhodes. These guys are not spring chickens. They're all, pushing that 30 and above toe line here. No doubt about it. I think Anthony Harris has still got a little time before he hits that 30, but he's closing in on it. Like, you're definitely got a slightly aging secondary, but it's good. Now, if you can get the young talent behind it, right, you can develop a Grayland Arnold, right? You can develop a Kavon Wallace, right? If you can develop these younger guys behind them, and then you can draft and get a few other guys in here, maybe on the outside, maybe still draft a safety. I don't know how they, like I said, who knows what they really think about some of these guys. I don't know how they feel about some of these guys playing the roles. You know what I mean? Like, who knows how they feel? Maybe they want more in the secondary than what they got. Maybe they want another safety. Maybe they're just not as high on some of these holdovers from Jim Schwartz's time that, that maybe some of us in the fan base are. It's really hard to, it's difficult to say that, guys, because I just don't, we don't get privileged to be in the meetings with these guys to hear what they're saying about them. But I definitely think that we're in a much better place than I thought we would be. I'm just going to be honest about it. Like, Anthony Harris puts us in a much better place than I thought we would be at this point in time, guys. So I'm pretty excited about the signing, guys. I mean, I really do think that if we can get the right guy, right? Hey, I mean, we're hearing rumors that Adoree Jackson's going to get worked out by Philly if he doesn't get signed by the Giants. I mean, we know that there's a clear connection back to Xavier Rhodes. I mean, we got to get a guy that wants to come in here and prove himself, because we just don't have the big money to throw at him. So, you're either going to have to love Gannon or you're going to want an opportunity to prove yourself, guys. That's where we're at with the Eagles. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description below. Also, guys, don't forget to like and comment because that is what spikes the algorithm. That's what communicates with the algorithm to go ahead and suggest this to other people. And, as always, guys, if you are not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscription button. And with that, guys, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. And I'll see y'all on the next video.